The Gutfeld Show took aim at Meghan Markle's latest attempt to redefine her public persona, roasting her new cooking series with biting humor and sharp commentary. Co-hosts Tyrus and Kat Timpf didn't hold back as they hilariously dissected the Duchess of Sussex's polished, yet unconvincing, foray into the culinary world. What was meant to be an attempt at relatability quickly became fodder for satire, with Markle's overly curated presentation and questionable cooking skills becoming the target of relentless jokes. Their takedown not only entertained audiences but also highlighted broader cultural tensions surrounding celebrity authenticity and the public skepticism toward high-profile figures stepping into everyday roles. Tyrus wasted no time in skewering the very premise of Markle's cooking series, questioning whether she even cooked at all or if her kitchen staff did all the hard work behind the scenes. With his signature deadpan delivery, he quipped, "Do you really think Meghan Markle is in her kitchen chopping onions, crying over a cutting board? Come on. She probably has a sous chef named Pierre doing all the heavy lifting." The audience roared as Tyrus painted a picture of a carefully staged culinary performance, one that felt more like a PR exercise than an honest depiction of cooking at home. Kat Timpf, ever the sharp-witted commentator, took the satire even further. She zeroed in on Markle's apparent aversion to seasoning, humorously implying that her dishes might be as bland as the overproduced series itself. "If she even sprinkles a pinch of salt on something, you know it's going to be breaking news," Timpf joked, poking fun at the Duchess's minimalist approach to food and, by extension, her attempts at relatability. Kat's jabs didn't just land. They resonated with viewers who have grown weary of celebrities presenting carefully curated lives as authentic experiences. The cooking series itself has drawn widespread attention for all the wrong reasons. While Markle clearly intended to showcase herself as a relatable figure, reconnecting with the public through the universal language of food, the overly polished and seemingly inauthentic presentation did little to endear her to audiences. Instead, it felt contrived, a glossy veneer slapped over what could have been a warm, genuine exploration of cooking and culture. Critics, including Tyrus and Kat, pointed out that what Markle's series lacks is the very thing that makes cooking shows successful: vulnerability, authenticity, and a dash of humor. The Gutfeld Show's roasting of the series tapped into a broader cultural fascination with celebrities attempting ordinary activities. There's something undeniably captivating about watching the rich and famous step into roles that feel familiar to the average person, whether it's cooking, gardening, or parenting. However, this fascination often comes with a side of skepticism. Are they doing it because they love it, or is it just another calculated move in the endless quest for public approval? For many, Markle's series felt like the latter, a branding exercise thinly disguised as a passion project. What makes this critique sting even more is the undeniable contrast between Markle's series and successful cooking shows of the past. Icons like Julia Child and Anthony Bourdain built their legacies on authenticity, humor, and a willingness to embrace imperfection. Child's charm lay in her relatable mistakes, spilling ingredients, misjudging timing, and laughing at herself along the way. Bourdain's raw, unfiltered storytelling brought audiences into the messy, flavorful reality of food culture. Markle's series, on the other hand, feels sterile by comparison, as if every frame was meticulously storyboarded to project an image rather than tell a story. The Gutfeld Show's satirical approach underscores why this matters. By using humor to address cultural phenomena, the show not only entertains but also holds a mirror up to public sentiment. Tyrus and Kat's jokes landed because they reflected what many viewers were already thinking, that Markle's attempt to play the role of a relatable chef fell flat. The segment served as a reminder that relatability can't be manufactured, it has to come from a genuine place. And when it doesn't, audiences can see right through the facade. Perhaps the most biting critique of all came from Kat, who likened the show's polished aesthetic to the Instagram-perfect world of influencers who make even the messiest tasks look pristine. "Her kitchen looks like it's never been used," Kat said, drawing laughter from the crowd. "It's the kind of place where you'd expect to see a candle burning, not a roast chicken in the oven." The joke cut to the heart of the issue. If you're going to present yourself as a home cook, at least make it look like you've broken a sweat or spilled some flour. The public isn't looking for perfection, they're looking for something real. But is there a path forward for Markle's cooking series? According to Tyrus and Kat, there might be, if she's willing to take some notes from her critics. One of the key lessons the Gutfeld Show highlighted is the power of humor and self-awareness. Imagine Markle leaning into the skepticism, laughing at her own mistakes, and embracing the chaos of the kitchen. A little self-deprecation could go a long way in bridging the gap between her and her audience. People don't connect with perfection, they connect with humanity. Additionally, Markle's series could benefit from a shift in focus. Rather than positioning herself as an expert, she could approach cooking as a learner, exploring cuisines and techniques alongside her audience. This approach would not only feel more authentic, but also allow her to engage with her critics in a constructive way. By acknowledging her limitations and showing a willingness to grow, she could transform the narrative and win over skeptics who currently see her efforts as little more than a branding exercise. The Gutfeld Show's segment also highlighted the broader challenges celebrities face in navigating relatability in a hyper-connected world. In an era where social media and 24/7 news cycles amplify every misstep, the pressure to appear authentic while maintaining a polished image can feel insurmountable. For someone like Markle, whose every move is scrutinized, the stakes are even higher. But as Tyrus and Kat's critique shows, audiences are far more forgiving of imperfection than inauthenticity. If she's willing to embrace the messiness of cooking and life, Markle could turn her series into something genuinely relatable. Ultimately, the roasting of Meghan Markle's cooking series on the Gutfeld Show was more than just a comedic segment. It was a cultural commentary on the challenges of celebrity relatability and the public's hunger for authenticity. Tyrus and Kat's humor resonated because it spoke to universal truths about cooking, fame, and the human desire for connection. Whether Markle takes their advice remains to be seen, but one thing is clear: the road to relatability isn't paved with perfection. It's paved with a pinch of salt, a dash of humility, and a willingness to laugh at yourself along the way.